New book, who dis?
Stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 42 of Bards and Nobles, the podcast where we brink deer and dole rice. I'm Brian the Dungeon Master.
Aaron Williams playing Baron von Beauregard the Sixth, the Human Ranger.
Shit themselves.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Hey, sorry. We've got to take a quick break to change the diaper of our giant toddler. And now, Charles with the weather.
Charles Nelson playing Max Stormblade, the human paladin. And I'm not the one that just took a shit. That would be...
I'm Anthony Boyd, and I may have just shit myself.
I'm Trey O'Neill. I have maintained control of my bowels and am mudslide adjacent.
Oh, God. And I'm Andrew Dayton. I'll be playing Elon Musket, the Warforged gunsmith. My face hurts.
So yeah, to get us into this session, who's gonna do a recap for us?
I am, I guess. I don't know. I feel like last episode, Boyd had clean underwear.
I'm not so sure.
Cleaner, at least. We completed our mission. We
Successfully doing what?
we burned a house down, and after doing that, we went back to our hotel. There was a thing with some goblins, and then we went and talked to lady friend, whose name escapes me. Zudist.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Shibe!
Yeah. And then we were all let down by Kibe when he promised us crab women and failed to deliver crab women.
God. He only delivered hot ass succubi.
There's a 3 p.m. meeting.
For fake crab women.
It's imitation crab women?
Yeah. Apparently we're going to the California Roll House.
No one's more upset than me.
Yeah. And then now we're on our way to meet a little girl.
No.
For different reasons.
Take it, DM.
That's you.
No, actually, we are about to read a book.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
We're reading my the journal.
Yeah, this is the communication journal that you have with the Rune Lord Norick, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Our
one.
last remaining connection to the storyline.
We'll get back to it.
Baron, do you read it to yourself at first,
I
or you
read it
just
to
begin
myself
reading it
at
out loud?
first.
All right. You guys look on as Baron's eyes go wide as he reads the lines back and forth, retracing it over and over as the words echo in his mind.
He wants to marry you?
It says, "Oh, do you read it out loud?"
No, it's just a picture of Dick Butt.
I see his eyes go wide, and I say, "What does it say?"
Read that if you want. On the left, just that paragraph.
You could have let the DM read his handwriting, but you're going to be this about it.
While sitting in the street,
So
staring at
he
it.
reads it, and his mouth slightly agape as the words surprise him.
And
What are you guys doing? Is he just standing there reading?
And what does it say?
I'm looking at my non-existent watch. Tapping my foot.
I try to shimmy in next to him to try to read it as well. Sound it out.
I can read it out loud.
Yeah.
Sound it out.
Some of it I couldn't read.
Yeah.
So BreAnne, after taking all this in, and I don't know if Norick still has the journal. Let me just read this.
And it says,
By proxy, of course.
This is his inner monologue voice. He's telepathing it to us.
You try reading Brian's
I
handwriting.
gotta remember Norick's voice. Okay. I've evaded his scrutiny for years, but it seems my luck has finally run out. They've discovered me. Trust no one but yourselves and the stars above. Trust in the Starfather, for he returns. The scions have been gathered. And the true time of the Sun King will come to an end. The ruin engine must not be completed. Stop him at all costs.
For the fans that are listening right now,
We kill the king.
That's what
Starfather's not the king. He's the prophesied
Leader of the
ender of the king.
Starfather was the one that the Amethyst Dragon told us about.
Yeah,
The king is the sun.
The Sun King is the current king.
Yeah.
Well, the dragon told us there was a betrayer in the king's midst, and it sounds like it's Norick.
Well, so I remember from our conversation with the Amethyst Dragon that the Sun King was basically like an illegitimate power. Like he took power for himself.
I mean, if you could trust the words of a dragon.
I mean, he's pretty old and he was dying, so I don't see why he'd lie to us.
Old people are senile, man.
Yes,
Well, he's a
old
dragon.
People.
Why are you splitting hairs, dude? No. But it's entirely possible that, the Sun King is actually the bad guy.
Well, if he
Are
is,
we the baddies?
I am not.
Shit.
but then if
I'm not
if he
comfortable
is,
having this conversation.
Well, I mean,
I'm
if
comfortable having a lot of other conversations out loud.
I think all the things that I'm saying to the group, which don't need to be said aloud.
so, I mean, if the Sun King usurped, the legitimate power from the Starfather or whoever the Starfather put in place, then, I mean, as far as the good of the kingdom, then he would be the bad guy, I guess.
Not necessarily.
I think we need to finish our missions here, and then we need to talk about this in a very private setting.
Or just think about it in the open street, because that's totally fine.
we can just stare at each other for a couple hours.
People are brushing past you as you guys are just standing there staring at each other intensely.
Yeah, I mean,
The Sun King has protected
Even though I don't need to, I rub my temples while I'm thinking to everybody.
the Sun King has protected the realm.
I give it the old
For
Charles
centuries.
Xavier, 2 fingers on a temple.
Yeah, you see the guy that you bought the shirt from. He's nervously trying to approach you guys, trying to get you to step away from his stall.
We shuffle down. But
I'm a paying customer. Straight
I say
we can
the Sun
continue
King. The Sun King has protected the realm for centuries from the terrors of the night, and to sit here and have this conversation that he may not be good for the kingdom.
Well,
I
mean-
am not at all comfortable with this notion.
well, I mean, there's only certain areas that the terrors of the night even attack.
Yes, in the night, it is the Sun King's light that prevents it.
Well, I mean, it seems like it's the Sun King's light that causes it, almost. I mean, because like when we were at the mine, for instance, even after we dealt with the dragon, we didn't have any demons to fight. It was nothing like it at I want to say Blood Gulch, but it wasn't Blood Gulch. It
Blood
was
Blossom.
Blood Blossom. Sedleo's got the light. It gets attacked. Whatever. But like some of these outlying towns, I mean, does Dragon Maw get attacked? I mean, Dragon Maw's not under the control of the king.
It is too.
Well,
I don't think it is.
No, it's more in control of the hordes here.
It's not under his.
Right, but they still do hold allegiance to
Yeah,
the
they
king.
hold an elite they
Right.
hold an allegiance.
mean,
They're like they're not quite an independent state, but yeah.
But
The king would be like the federal government.
I think overall this is a conversation.
This is a
that
conversation
needs to
for
wait.
later for sure. But like, do we know like if Dragon Maw gets attacked by the demons at night?
Max, you
Max.
do remember? Yes, that's one of the reasons why Dragon's Maw is so heavily fortified. But also, they come from like a very war based culture. So like it's never been like a bother. It's just like I don't know, a thing for them. I don't know.
It's like another
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Pretty much, but
Yeah.
but it does happen here.
I mean, okay, well, I just think it's a conversation we should have for later, but I think it's interesting.
We definitely don't have all the information, and something fishy is going on, and I don't think we can. I mean, even if that is Norick or not Norick, he said the only ones we can trust are ourselves. So I think we need to keep digging and find the truth for ourselves. And then
well, he says that don't let the king complete the ruin machine.
The rune
machine.
Engine.
The ruin engine.
That sounds way cooler.
That's probably what he was.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and tell you, he was working on something when he told us to go collect these shards that he needs to complete his machine.
That's probably what it was.
Is it rune or ruin?
Ruin.
Ruin.
Ruine.
Wait, which is it? I'm sorry.
It's ruin.
Ruin. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a machine we want to complete.
I mean, I would agree with that.
The only other mention of the ruin engine that you've seen was on that map that you found at the bottom of that tower right before you talked to the Amethyst Dragon.
Do we know? Could we place the location of the engine from that map? It was in Sedlio.
Right. It was in Sedlio. It was actually in. It was centered on Loom, which is the King's Citadel inside the city.
Well, that makes sense.
By the words of Norick, he declares himself a traitor to the king and tells us not to even trust him.
I can send a message to, two messages, one to each of them.
I mean, I have the journal, the ability to write Norick directly.
You have the ability to write to whoever has the book directly.
True story.
I have the ability to send a message to Norick.
What would we say to a traitor?
We can ask Norick to see if he still has the book.
How do you guys want me to respond in this book?
New book, who dis?
You say, I'm telling, and they're like, what do you have to gain from that? I can send a message to Norick, an animal messenger, and then...
What message would we want to take to Norick, wherever he may be?
Just ask him if he even has the book. We don't know we know someone's writing in the book. We don't know if it's Norick or not.
I mean, he said he had to go on a personal mission and ask, hey, are you okay? Do you still have the book?
Yeah.
I mean,
we can keep it as simple as that.
Yeah. Somebody could have killed Norick or imprisoned him.
Here's what we'll do. You write a message in the book. I'll send a message to Norick, and then I will ask him what you wrote.
This could be all... perhaps he was captured by the Void.
Yeah.
Possibly.
This could all be a trap. A ruse.
True. I can also send a message to the king and see if he knows where Norick is.
Gotta find us a couple Blu-rays.
Yeah. I'm going to try. See if there's something cooler out here.
I'm fine with that.
Just
Red
squirrels.
Ray.
Squirrels. It'll take forever to get there. All right, I turn into a Blu-ray and take the message myself. Guys, I'll be back in like 20 minutes.
I'm okay with that. Sending a message to each of them, asking the king.
We ask King where is Norick?
Where is Norick? We've received messages via. Explain to the king what we've received.
Just ask him if Norick's okay. Just keep it at that.
We'll keep this information close.
Yeah.
For now.
And then we'll send a message.
The king would need to know if Norick was a traitor.
Unless the king is a traitor.
If we send a message and say, do you know where Norick is? And he's like, clearly Norick's been found, or whoever has this book has been found out. So the king will be like, yeah, he's a traitor. He's in jail. Then we'll know. Right?
I suppose.
And then we send a message to Norick asking him if he still has possession of the book and asking him to relay what you write back to him so that we know that Norick, because the animal message...
Factor authentication.
The animal message will go to Norick, and if Norick has the book, he can relay the message from the book.
What if somebody intercepts your animal to Norick?
Impossible.
I mean, that's not on the spell.
Well, I was looking at the spell, and it does say you specify a location which you must have visited, and a recipient who matches a general description.
Yeah, I mean, Norick's like pretty distinct looking, right?
But is his location distinct?
Sedlio?
Well, I'll know if the message doesn't make it, right?
I'm looking to see
When the message arrives...
If he
Yeah.
doesn't reach its destination before the spell ends, the message is lost.
Oh. The beast makes its way back.
Yeah, to where you cast the spell.
Okay. So I'm going to sit here and wait. All right. Let's go to Little Girl Town.
Before we go, how should I respond? Should I respond?
Let's wait on
Smiley
that.
face?
Let's go to the next plot point.
I can just respond with K.
Just respond with red.
Yeah, left
when
on
you
scene.
open the book, it says message read.
Gonna leave Norick on scene.
It's got like all 6 of our faces at the bottom of the book.
Just put 3 periods. Like you're writing something back.
Yeah, so he's just like looking at the book for like 3 weeks.
Typing.
What? Okay, again, the message says that he's been compromised, but it seems like whoever has the book is.
It says that he's been found out and trust no one. The Starfather will return and some nature or other about the Sun King building this ruin engine.
I mean, but why would he send that to us unless he thinks that we're on his side?
I don't know. I don't know who he thinks that we work for because obviously we work for the king.
I work for the good of the people.
I'm
I do this number like I give him the like.
What are y'all doing at the ceremony of the dawn if y'all are not wanting to join
Okay,
the dawn?
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to meet the little girl because I'm pretty sure it's noon by now because we've been arguing in the street for 45 minutes.
Almost.
So let's start walking that way as we decide what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send a message to someone that looks like Norick. And
No. If your spell isn't as accurate as it needs to be, we need the message to go to Norick's ears. Anyone else, I
Right. I'm just gonna
would
ask-
consider that dangerous.
I'm gonna ask him if he has possession of the book and to relay because it says they can respond, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So if they receive it, they'll respond. If it fails to get to him,
You just won't get a response.
no, I just get the animal just comes back with nothing. So I'll know if it gets to Norick or not, right?
What's the time at? How long do you have to wait before?
I think it's 24 hours. Like the animal attempts it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Covers about 50 miles.
They don't respond.
What?
They don't respond.
They don't respond if it does reach them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if it reaches Norick, we won't get a response. Okay, well then my entire plan doesn't.
If it reaches Norick,
He can respond.
he can
via
respond via
journal.
the book.
Okay, then I send him a message and say,
Write this
write
code
this in
in the
the book.
journal.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Check yes or no. And
Should we send?
and we just gonna
And we'll send a message to the king asking about Norick's. Where is Norick?
Yeah.
So
Just be like,
And-
we haven't heard from Norick in a while.
let's go.
he's going.
Let's go deal with Max's thing. And then we'll send out. We'll go to the post office. All right, so let's just go. Let's just go to Max's, and then
Yeah.
we'll write out all of our correspondence there.
Yeah.
All
How
right.
about
I
mailing
lead the way
montage?
to the address.
All right, at the address,
We arrive.
you it's a pretty nondescript building. It looks like a rundown, not very busy part of town.
And yet you described it.
Not the building. But no, there's not a lot of people around. It actually kind of looks like an abandoned building, to be honest.
All right.
So yeah, you're just outside, windows boarded up, doors dusty, and
Where are all the little girls you promised us?
Alrighty then.
I ignore that and I walk up and knock
This is
on the
taking
door.
a turn.
Podcast has gone downhill, guys.
Keybay's in a dark place after that crab woman was taking photos.
So I go up and knock on the door.
all right, as you knock, it creaks open, and you hear a voice call out. He says, "In here, close the door behind you."
All right. So I go in. And
I wait outside.
Are y'all gonna wait outside or
I
what?
go with Max.
Rape Shack. I wait outside with Flint.
Okay, who else going in? Who else waiting outside?
I go in.
All right. So
Kibe.
I'm upset and confused by the king stuff, so I just kind of stand there. And I don't feel good. Still.
All right. You guard the door, Kibe.
Yeah.
all right. So I close the door and then I go toward the voice.
Okay, inside you guys see among one of the broken down chairs or pieces of furniture, dust and dirt and soot and grime all throughout this house. You see a couple hooded figures, and one of them stands up, and he removes his cowl, and it's an older man with brown eyes.
If it's Norick, I'm gonna shit myself.
It's not Norick. He looks kind of familiar, but you're not sure who he is. And the only distinguishing feature is you see on his right hand there is one half of a handcuff just hanging off. Like his is on, and there's an empty closed handcuff hanging off of it. He says, Max Stormblade, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
What up, bruh?
Yeah, who did?
What's up?
Since you've received my message, my brother Rambane, he's brought you to us.
All right.
Your brother's a little girl?
No, that's my niece.
I'm not in here. I'm outside.
Oh, I thought you were.
He yells from the outside the door.
He's like, no, that's my niece.
I just yelled that randomly. Your brother's a little girl.
He says no. He went to find you in Sedlio, and he said he would bring you back to help deal with this Dreadclaw.
I met two people in Sedlio that told me about the Dreadclaw problem, and I brought some allies here, and to maybe we can deal with it.
Yes, of course. You were the last known knight of Bahamut. Please, you must help us and destroy the Brotherhood.
Help us, Max Stormblade. Your only hope.
I look at Max and I say, I didn't know that you were the last of your religion.
What's the last night?
I wasn't aware of that either.
Roll a history check.
Okay.
Must not have been a very
See some sort of crazy old wizard.
10.
A 10?
You don't know
You've
shit.
heard stories of another like famous knight that you can't really recall his name right now, but you know that he was a big, like, I don't know, paladin of Bahamut that fought the good fight and stuff, but you haven't seen him, or honestly you thought he was dead. But really, you're the only one that like openly, brazenly walks around like worshiping Bahamut. You've noticed that everyone around here, and even the ones that met you in Sedlio, it's kind of a thing that people do in hiding.
All right.
Especially around here.
There's old Max clunking around in his armor.
He says, so how do you plan?
Praise be.
He says, so how do you plan to do it? What do you and your allies plan on? Or how do you plan on dealing with the Dreadclaw? And you can see more people are kind of like closing in, trying to listen to you guys talk.
Well, first we're going to Lucky Lose.
In the butt.
What? They says from outside. He has no context and just interjects.
If there's girls there, I want to do them. Does anyone get that reference?
Dude, I haven't seen that video in a
Have a
long
+3
time.
dagger to ogres. You're not there. You're at the bar getting drunk.
I cast fireball against what? Against the darkness.
So right now we're just trying to
game are we
gather
playing?
intel.
Yeah, you're just talking to these ragged, like refugee looking people.
Oh no, that's what I'm telling them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, right now we're trying to gather intel on the Dreadclaw and come up with a plan. Is there anything? What'd you say?
These dang refugees.
Is there any information that could help us, like track down who's in charge of the Dreadclaw and how we can find them?
He as he goes to speak up, someone immediately grabs his shoulder and pulls him aside. He says, I knew it. This was a lost cause. He can't help us. We have to find Jericho. And then the guy like brushes him off. He's like, no, he's a knight of Bahamut too. He can help. I'm sorry. Yes, we know that their base of operation is somewhere in the grotto. And I believe an attack.
The grotto
Yes, the grotto.
of shame?
What?
Sorry, I only know of a few grottos.
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Good job, Max. You brought some insane people.
You have to just escape from an asylum and nothing's actually going on.
Yeah, he says, no, you need to, we have to attack them now. Tonight. It has to be tonight.
Attack them where?
At
The gonads.
And then he looks around shadily and he says, the Infernum.
Sounds like a great place.
Do I know where that is?
Give me a history check.
You could just ask him where that is.
13.
13.
Sounds stupid.
For everyone else here.
Yeah, from what you piecing together, just different things you've heard about Tiamat and her followers, and then this now with the investigating you guys did last night and the Dreadclaw Brotherhood, you kind of get that the Infernum sounds like just kind of like their base. As far as where, it's a hidden underground facility of some kind.
Oh, okay. So to the refugees, I say, do you have the location of their Infernum?
They look around nervously, and the main guy talking to you says, not quite.
Dun dun dun.
Do you have a general area?
There's some Bothams we can send out to get this information.
So how are you planning to attack a location which you don't know?
He was supposed to help us.
Max, where is this Infernum?
Apparently you know where it's at.
I know that it's a hidden location. I know what the word means. I don't know.
That's hardly enough.
Yeah, like I don't know where it's actually located.
Look, there are known knowns and known unknowns.
What about gnomes?
Yeah, we just gotta Sherlock this shit. We just get
Obviously,
rid of all
we
the
just nuked
information.
the whole
we
grotto
don't
and-
know.
Well,
be
we
done
do
with it.
have an inn towards the Dreadclaw. We might be able to find the location of this Infernum. I don't know if we could strike tonight. What's this haste about?
And then the guy standing behind the main guy that's been talking, he steps up. He says, every day that we dally and we don't finish off the Dreadclaw, more of our people die. You've seen it. Stone Valley fell. I heard there was another attack recently. Only more of our people will get hurt and be killed.
We don't disagree that there is a threat, but a half-assed attack is not going to be the way to bring it down.
Then what do you suggest? He grabs you by the collar.
The whole ass.
We can't sit here anymore and do nothing, as tears well in his eyes.
And I say, listen, man, I understand that you're under a lot of stress and emotions are running high, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. Making hasty decisions is how you get yourself killed. Patience is how you succeed. And so I had it until that last moment.
He stares deeply into your eyes and clenches his jaw as a maelstrom of emotions overtakes him. And finally, as a single tear falls from frustration, he pulls away from you and looks away.
Now, for us to attack this Infernum, we need to know where it's at.
I put my hand on the shoulder of the guy that is in tears, and it's like, we understand your frustration, and we've promised to help, and we will fulfill that promise. We will bring the Dreadclaw down. We just need to find out where they're at.
He just like kind of sobs quietly and kind of nods at you.
We're on the same page, but damn it, man, I'm a ranger, not a detective.
At this point, you see the same little girl that you saw earlier that delivered the note. She's tugging on the sleeve of the main guy in the middle, and she pulls him away, and they begin like talking and whispering to each other.
She knows where it's at.
What are you guys doing?
So
I am looking for squirrels.
Okay.
Grits, are you inside?
I'm helping. No.
Okay.
I look at him. I was like, I have my pet rat, Feifel. You can do it.
I'm going to see if I can find a bird of some sort.
Like faster than a rat.
See if I can find. Is there any blue jays around here? They're native to this region.
I try to find I hear there's a lot of fire escapes around, so I climb up to the top of a top of one of the buildings, looking for birds.
I'm trying to help him catch a bird.
Pigeons.
Max.
I can just call a bird. You don't have to help me catch a bird.
So what are you thinking?
All right.
I'd be like, hey, bird, come here. Go take this somewhere. He'd be like, all right.
Okay, so I think telepathically.
Yeah.
I don't think the refugees have any more information than we already have. It's probably best if we convince them to stay hidden and stay safe.
Yeah. I think
while
back,
we take care of it.
I think back. They're high on emotions right now. I'm not even sure that we could trust them to take any actions.
Yeah.
Maybe we could cross-reference their mention of the grotto with the information that the carnal horde might have, that they might provide grits with.
Well, we've already bothered Sudist once today.
Well, I mean, if we kind of help her and let her know that we've heard rumors that they're hideouts in the grotto somewhere. Maybe they
are you guys thinking this or talking out loud?
Yeah,
we're thinking
it to them.
As you're standing looking at each other, then the main guy says, "So what you said you were gathering intel. What do you plan to do while you're here then?"
Well, we've infiltrated their number last night, and we're gaining trust amongst them. They don't suspect us, but we're hoping to use that to gain information about their headquarters and their whereabouts, as well as their hierarchy.
He looks at you and says, "Gaining trust? How have you infiltrated already?"
We burnt a house down and killed people.
You're not
outside.
there. You're not there.
You mumble to yourself as you sit on the stoop.
Yeah, I can hear all of what they're saying. I just kind of say it to myself.
A few of us joined last night as initiates.
Way to distance yourself.
That's what we say is like a few of us, and I in air quotes I say joined last night as initiates in hopes of infiltrating their ranks.
He looks at you as if he's about to say something, but then he decides against it and just like, okay.
Yeah,
what were you about to say?
We learned of one of their meetings, and that's where we took our opportunity to try and figure out what's going on and get more information. So we're working on gathering a little bit more information. The information you provided with them being somewhere in the grotto, could be helpful.
Mm-hmm. And I think to Max and Elon, it's like, should we ask them about what was Zudist's organization name?
Carnal Horde.
The Carnal Horde. Should we ask them about whether or not they are a good organization to trust?
We could ask them if they know of any of the local hordes that are working against the Dreadclaw as well that we might be able to seek assistance from.
Ask it then.
In an effort to gather our information, have you guys heard any rumors or know anything about any of the four hordes that control the city and their efforts to contain or neutralize the Dreadclaw?
The main guy says, the hordes, they do nothing but step on the throats of good people trying to live honest lives around here.
Such as any government.
Taxation is theft.
All right. It's good to know.
Well, it seems that at the moment, we don't have enough information to take action. Max, these people look up to you. What do you think we should do?
Well, we have a plan in place to gather more information and ultimately end the Dreadclaw. What I need you guys to do in the meantime is just stay hidden, stay safe, don't do anything on your own, and find me again if you have any more information that might be helpful.
The guy that you've been talking to, he kind of sighs defeatedly, and he's just like, "Okay, we will." And then he just kind of turns away and kind of gives a shrug to some of the people, and they go back to huddling in corners.
On his shoulder, and I get him to turn around, and I say, "We're the Dawnguard." I say, "We're the Dawnguard. We serve the king and we protect his people from threats such as these. I give you my word as a Beauregard that we will settle this.
Give me your word.
Give me a persuasion check.
King, the Dawnguard, or a
And
Beauregard?
I look at him. I was like, "We'll fulfill our promise."
One, non-natural.
So what was the total? It was
One,
a
non-natural.
Jeez.
He kind of nods at you, but he looks at you as if he feels like you're lying to his face.
I put my hand on his
Well, I'm
shoulder.
not.
As like, if
Wait, on Baron's shoulder?
no, not on Baron's shoulder, on the guy's shoulder, and I say, we will fulfill our promise to you, even if I have to burn down the entire grotto.
He's like, well, then let's hope that's what it comes to.
I like fire. I mean, I'm not going to complain.
All right, and that's it. And then they all like retreat back into huddling in corners,
As they do.
doing refugee stuff. I don't know.
Mostly huddling.
Yeah, they're all squatting in the corner.
There's a barrel fire somewhere.
Trying to retain warmth in the middle of summer.
You see one little mote of an ember that they're all trying to huddle around. One guy's just like,
It's like 75 degrees outside.
we just gotta keep it going till nighttime.
We don't know what else to do.
Where it drops to 71.
Oh God! Before I leave, I look around. Do any of them look injured at all?
At first it looks like they might, but no, they're all just dirty and hungry.
All right. Does Max notice me?
Doing what?
Being
You're
very
outside. I would like to
10% health.
I'd like to take my water skin and my rations and just give it to them
Okay.
because I don't need it. So I've got
dead gum
shit.
Rubik.
I got 10 days of rations left. So I just give them all of that
Okay.
and my water skin. And I said, here, help your people out. I don't need them.
All right. They say, thank you, kind sir. Thank you, Dawnguard. I may find myself doubting his ways, but I know in the end, Bahamut will take care of us all.
Bahamut be praised.
Days vault, motherfucker.
All right.
Anyway,
So we
moving along.
leave.
Yes,
I'm on a rooftop looking for birds.
You find a pigeon.
I'm like, hey, pigeon, come here. I cast Animal Messenger. Do I only find one pigeon?
Anal messenger.
You said you look for a bird.
Yeah.
A bird. Bird.
All right. Are there more? Is there more?
Yeah, if you look for another one, you'll
Okay.
find one.
All right, cool. So
There's birds aplenty.
I take him in real close. I'm like, all right.
What are your friends doing?
Who's your daddy and what he do?
25 words.
25
Yeah,
words.
what you got? That was 3 of them.
I give him a description of Norick.
All right.
And
What is the description?
You son of a bitch.
He got 2 arms, 2 legs.
I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that.
Some
I was
hair.
like, I'll roll for it if you want me to.
looks like
we'll
a
see if
frog.
Flint remembers, because Trey does not.
Goes by the Vindicator.
Yeah. Find me the Vindicator. I tell him I ask, do you have the book? And if you have the book, write in the book, Baron eats dicks.
So professional.
It's something that no one would guess. That's how you write a good password. And I sent him into the air.
All right, yeah. Flutters off.
And then I look at the other pigeons. I pick out the strongest looking one.
What kind of pigeons are these? Are they like rock pigeons? Are they doves? Are they mourning doves?
It ain't that deep, bro.
If they're city pigeons, they all got 1 foot.
Yeah.
No eyes.
If you're lucky, they have both wings.
They're one of the above. You find the strongest looking one.
I'm like, all right.
His name is Biff. You find out he responds to Biff.
Biff, what's up? I cast speak with animals. You did this to yourself.
Damn, Biff, how you get so strong? That's one yoked pigeon.
All right.
I don't really do that.
His wings
you
are
say
shaped
you
like
do it.
biceps.
Yeah.
Just picturing.
All right, I tell him. I give him
motherfucker.
I give him a description of. We're gonna talk about corn. I give him a description of the king, and it says it mimics my voice. So if I speak Celestial to it,
Yeah.
it'll okay. So in Celestial, I tell him, "Do you know Norick's location?" Is there anything else I need to tell him? I guess I'm up here by myself. Is there anything else?
He says, "I'll tell him whatever you want me to tell him."
No, that works.
All right. Do you know
His knuckles.
The Muffin Man.
do you know of Norick's location? And hey man, how's it going?
What a do,
Says-
Brett.
Oh, are you saying, is that part of the message, or are you talking to the pigeon now?
I'm so confused.
I don't even know. I just say, do you know if Norick's been compromised? That's my
Okay.
message. And like knowing he's a good strong pigeon, I like whip him into the air.
As he flaps his wings, you're kind of blown back a little bit.
Like so confused.
Those goddamn eagle pigeons.
It's an
This
eagle.
is an eagle hanging out with pigeons.
Yeah, he flies away
It's in
as
disguise.
some of the other pigeons are caught up in his wake. And he just goes off to deliver your message.
I look at Flint and I was like, dude, that was the biggest pigeon I've ever fucking seen.
I pull out my book of animal notes and I take note of that pigeon. Because pretty sure it's a beast, right? A big ass
It's
strong
a pigeon.
big ass strong pigeon.
You make your way back down?
Yeah.
All right. And did you guys come out into the street now or leave the building?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I messaged to the group. Does anyone know how to cure the suck? Because I got a bad case of it.
Of the suck?
The what?
The suck you buy.
Oh.
Oh,
What'd they do to you, bro?
I think you just got to sleep
Suck
that
me
off,
dry.
man.
I tried that.
I can.
I cast lesser restoration on Keybay.
Okay.
It says it's cured. It cures one disease or condition. Which is blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poison. Does that help him at all?
Oh, yeah, that helps him. You suck the suck right out of him.
Poison out.
You like press your thumb against his head and you draw out the negative energy, and it dissipates violently into the air.
Violently.
Like
But
in,
you feel
like in the
great,
movie The
Keybay.
Green Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel good enough to take a nap.
Is he?
And then I also cast a healing spell to bring his
Okay.
health to full.
All right. As you do that, you hear a small voice from behind you, and you hear, "I knew it. You really are a paladin." And you turn to see that little girl that was standing there, that you saw earlier, and she runs up to you, and she says, "I pledge myself as your squire. I want to be a paladin, like you, and like my grandfather before me."
I look and think, I was like, guys, we do way too much crazy shit to have a little girl tagging along with us.
Like, what level is a little girl? I feel like.
Yeah. What level are you?
She says, "Well, I'm his squire, so I'm at the level of squire." And she pulls out a wooden sword that has like a metal tip on it,
Aw.
and she holds it up.
So cute.
I mean, it's really cool that you want to be a paladin, but it's far too dangerous for you to tag along with us.
She says, "All my life I've known danger, and I've heard stories of my grandfather and all the dangers he's faced. And I know this is my destiny, to end the Dreadclaw Brotherhood." And she starts raising her voice. She says, "To become a paladin of Bahamut. I am Remy Windlance." And then she holds her sword up. And you recognize the name, the last name. as the same last name as the other paladin that you remembered earlier.
Interesting.
Well,
Maybe it's in her blood.
Kind of kneel down.
Maybe she's a
and,
Skywalker.
Look at her, I was like, how about you watch after your people for us and make sure that they're safe? That's a really big responsibility.
She says, I've done that my whole life, but I know now that you're here, and she nods to Max. She's like, you can teach me the ways of the paladin.
She may not have a better chance to learn, Max.
I mean, but how old does she look?
12.
I think in the group,
guys.
I don't think anyone here is going to talk her out of it outside of Max. So I say we just step back.
I really do want to teach you, but now isn't the time. There's too much. There's too much danger going on right now that I have to take care of, and I can't fight off the danger and teach you at the same time. So,
listen,
she
we do a lot
says-
of drugs. And
she says-
we can't.
We got a 3 p.m. appointment.
Before
You were already.
she says, before he disappeared, my grandfather always taught me that we never choose the time that our destinies visit us. But I know when you walk through that door that you would teach me the ways, and I would be able to fulfill my destiny.
I tell you what, little girl. Hit me with your best shot.
I think
Come on now.
I think the Max.
Don't-
That's like I can
don't
just
hold
knock
back.
her. Fire away.
Don't hold back.
Max, I
Show
can
me
just
what you
knock her
got.
out and give her back to her people.
I say we accept.
We're not going to knock out a little girl.
Well, what are you gonna have?
mentally-
You gonna have this little girl walk around with us?
I mentally
We're
tell
burning
Max-
houses down and going to whorehouses.
I mentally say to everybody, it's like, this little girl seems very serious. If we dismiss her, she may take it upon herself to take some rash action that is above her. You need to be careful with this one, Max.
If we're bringing this little girl with us,
I hand her the golden Bahamut sword.
What Bahamut sword?
My sword, I got it.
The golden
dragon
sword.
sword?
The blue one?
The golden one.
Blue. That's got golden hilt.
No, it had a blue dragon handle on it.
Yeah.
Yes, my blue. No, there's something about gold in it.
Oh yeah, I mean there's gold like inlay on it, but the handle itself is a blue dragon head.
I hand it to her.
Yeah, as soon as you pull it out, she sees the dragon head and she takes like a ready stance with her sword, and she's like,
I slash at her.
"Get back!"
Little girl is murdered.
In a playful way.
Murdered in a playful way.
You knock her sword aside. She stumbles back, but she doesn't fall over, and she grits her teeth and like holds the sword up at you.
What's wrong, little one?
She's like, "That's a sword of that's a sword of Tiamat."
Kibe, you're a follower? Dreadclaw was with us the whole time.
Yes, I am.
And she looks at you, Max. She says, "How can you travel with one who worships Tiamat? That's a blue dragon."
I don't think he worships Tiamat. He just happens to have one of their weapons.
I don't think
That's
Kibe
the weapon he
worships-
found in the river, I say, to cover all this.
Well, and I don't think he worships anything except crab women.
I brandish it high and I say, "Hail to you, Mott."
Oh God! Don't mind.
She looks at you confused.
He's a
At Max.
clown. He's a clown. He likes to play around and joke and stuff. None of us take him seriously.
I slash it, Max.
Playfully, or are you attacking him?
Playfully.
All right, it bounces off his armor.
You should roll a d20. 1 to 20 is playfully. Or
1 to 20 is playful.
1 to 10 is playful. 11 to 20 is not playful.
You're too drunk to math.
I think all of those were full range.
I said 1 to 10.
All right, bring it back.
Okay,
Okay.
Bring it back. Little
This is
girl.
Charles's chance to role play. Everyone be quiet.
So I look at the little girl. I'm like, one of the first steps to becoming a paladin is, discipline and patience. And so as much as you want to fight right now, the best thing for you to do is to stay here and watch over your brothers and sisters and family and have patience.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
I messaged to Max and I
I'm telling you,
asked
just one
him,
swift chop and she's out.
8.
Let's try not to strike a little girl.
yeah, let's
I already
not go
attacked.
down that world.
Roll initiative.
If she murders all of us.
You can tell which one of us is a father.
So
Are you a father?
No, it's obviously Trey.
yeah, I messaged to Max like, do you have
Shouldn't
any
have to be
like
a father to not strike a little girl.
I'm with you.
do you have any like texts or like documents you can tell her that she needs to study to help, further her along, to give her like something other than you're just not coming with us? I don't know, maybe you have like a scroll or something.
Give her your armor.
Yeah. She can build a fort out of it.
I think to Max, look, I can cast Hold Person on her. She's not going to resist it. We can just walk away.
I think back and I'm like, don't do that.
Okay. I'm just saying, offers on the table.
I just stand behind her looking at Max like with my motioning. It's like I can just one hit done.
She looks up at you, just trying to process what you're saying, and it looks like she's staring into your eyes, looking for a different answer. Then finally it dawns on her that you're not going to budge with this, and so she lets out a sigh and she says, "Fine, I see. Okay." And then she puts the sword down, turns around, and just starts walking back into the building.
All right.
I tell her like, "Hey, before you go, real quick,
Here's some sharp sugar.
Here's a kilo of sharp sugar.
Hey, here's a 10% off at Lucky Lou's.
Here's 10% off Lucky Lou's and a business card for the red right hand.
Go make some money.
I give her one of my spare daggers and
Give a child
50 gold. I was like, with this, you can help feed them and take care of them a lot better.
Thought you were broke, Grits.
None of us are broke.
Yeah, except for Baron. Man, who I rob and how much gold I've taken is none of your business. I was like, don't let this get you down. Like, you'll be in time. You'll be able to take care of everything.
She takes it from you slowly. She doesn't say thank you, but she's like, "Whoa, no, this doesn't have me down. You'll see. I'm going to be a great knight someday,
I was
like my
I tell her-
grandfather.
I tell
The
her-
best knight." And she looks over at him,
I
at
was
Max.
like,
She's
"You'll
the
make-
best knight in the land.
I was like, you'll make the Windlance name proud. I give her a bardic inspiration just so she'll feel better.
Yeah.
All right.
And I would like to say, young one, hand me that dagger real quick.
God damn it.
And stab her with it.
No.
Take the gold back.
She's like, she looks around confused between you guys, and she keeps looking back at you, Max.
I'll
she
give
doesn't
it
know what
back
to
to
do.
you.
I walk away.
All right. She walks up and gives you the dagger.
Okay. And I would like to use. Where is it? Damn
But
it.
yeah, she hands it to you and starts walking back towards the.
Hang on. Hang on.
Hang on
Give it back to you. I would like to use my infuse magic
Okay.
class spell or whatever.
What are we talking about? You can just make magic shit?
Yeah. Kind of.
God damn it. Why did you tell me this?
And I would like to infuse the dagger with Shield of Faith.
Okay.
And I tell her, say that when you speak the magic words, Bahamut protect me, the dagger will help protect you. And I give it back to her.
Okay.
So it just gives her, +2 AC for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I
Cool.
want an enchanted item.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only one-time use. But,
Do I get an attack of opportunity when she walks away?
Yeah, all of you do. She has to make her way through the gauntlet of all of you. So everyone gets an attack of opportunity as she turns her back.
This is the first trial. And I just say, go with Bahamut, child.
She says, and Bahamut with you.
And I feel proud of myself for having used a spell that I've never used before.
Not for helping anybody.
The door closes behind her.
But for using a class feature.
Yeah.
The door closes behind her, and you guys are just left out in the street again.
It was like Elon's like, so you can just infuse shit with spells?
Yeah, I can actually.
But
Really buried the lead, Robot Man.
My weapons.
everything I have is +4.
Why have you not been helping us?
Oh, well.
How often can you do this?
Once a year.
So it only holds the spell for 8 hours. I gave her that
Trust that later. Okay.
She's gonna run out into the street, try to fight somebody.
In 9 hours, she's gonna get attacked by some random guy.
I tell Max, it's like, I don't know if we made the right decision there.
I tell Max, you destroyed that girl's life.
Look, it's like, what do you want to do? You bring this 12-year-old girl with us?
Yeah, what was the alternative?
We're about to assault.
We can do lines with her, Baron.
That's an actually. How long is that? His
Saying-
sharp sugar buzz. Is he still high on
I don't think
cocaine?
he rolled for that.
He's
Nah,
like,
it's
yeah, guys, let's take a little girl with us. That'd be great. Yeah.
Got white shit on his nose.
no, he's calmed down.
Baron, why are you rubbing your teeth so much?
Why are you so twitchy?
They're fuzzy.
Oh, I think you just need to brush then.
No, it's just all
That's not a drug side
I'm
effect.
saying is, I mean,
I mean, having a squire could
her
be useful.
dreams. Well, that's not what I'm getting at. It's just like that was her dream, and we don't know how much of her spirit was crushed by that, and that could affect her for the rest of her
Okay,
life.
what's
Max,
the alternative?
Wait, Max, here's your one chance. You go knock on the door and you say, you passed the test. And then
You're in the guild.
yeah.
Max, is there like a temple or something that she should fuck
He's
Use
the
your
last
words.
one.
She should what?
that she can go to like start learning the ways of Bahamut?
No, Kylo Stormblade, burn that down. Spoiler alert.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Apparently, Max is the last of that religion, and
Is he now?
all I'm saying is
Help me, Max Stormblade.
that could affect her for the rest of
And
her
hasn't
life.
given
and
him
she
the
may carry that
clairvoyance
with
to
him.
find the.
But you know what? It won't get her shanked in a Dreadclaw hideout.
That's true.
Okay, I'm just
What
saying.
I'm suggesting is she may take it upon herself. If Max isn't going to teach her, she'll just risk it
true.
herself.
Max,
Yeah, but then
if
we don't kill her. She does.
If we take her with us, we can be like, hey, hang out here. We're gonna go do some stuff. We'll teach you about it. I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel
what the
like
answer
she's
is.
safer with her people.
Well, I
I
mean,
feel like she's also less inclined to, see us do drugs and bang hookers.
she might be into that kind of stuff. You don't know.
Oh my god,
This
podcast is taking a turn.
All I know is we had a chance at a wyvern, and now we had a chance at a little girl, and y'all have screwed everything up.
Wait, are you trying to ride the wyvern?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right, look, Max.
No, I said bringing it back. Bring it back up.
Max.
I was like, listen, I think we made the right call on it. We may not have done it the right way.
Guys, listen. This is not our call. This is Max's call.
That's true.
Max, whatever you think is best, whatever you think is the paladin way, it's your thing, man.
All right. Well, I think it's best that she stays here.
It's your thing.
There we go.
This little girl.
God damn it.
Can we?
Someone separate
Elon,
you up.
are you okay?
I'm fine.
Do you have children?
No. I have
Robots.
2 fur babies. That doesn't count though.
Robots can't have children.
I can
According
make
to his
children.
backstory, he was an old man before he was a robot.
It's true. I don't think I had. Let me look at my backstory. I don't think I
Roll a
next 20
D20.
minutes of the episode,
reread
read
it
your
for us.
backstory.
All right. Anyways,
look.
moving on.
Moving along.
Yeah, look, if Max,
lose.
if Max,
Now that we've got that squared away.
it's definitely 3:00. Where are we?
It's definitely whorehouse time.
Where are we in respects to our
Lucky
hotels?
lose?
You're in a different part of one of the neutral districts. You're in the Skeggled Circle.
What?
Bless you.
Yeah. And then your hotel's over in Skullmold Hill. Which they're all three of those are kind of just like in the middle of the city anyway, so they're in a cluster
Okay.
near each other.
I say I need to wait till my animal messenger returns here.
Have fun.
So I'm going to go back up to my rooftop. And hang
I
out
look at
with
Max and was like,
hang
we
out with
could
some pigeons.
probably go like get her some like have her a
The
little bit
duration of that
armor
spell's
made or
like
something like
24
that.
hours.
Just make her
Right.
feel better.
Yeah.
Okay.
That might inspire her to.
I'm gonna dick around in
Go
the
off
city
on
for the
her
next
own
3
and
days.
attack
I'm
things.
fine.
You're right. I can go ask around. I can go talk to
fucking
Zudis
cat
see if we can
for
get the information of the grotto and the infernum.
Yeah, you know.
Well, she's supposed to find me later. We can get the information from her then.
We can go
yeah.
travel to Hawkwind Heights, Baron.
Indeed.
montage.
To the Hawkwind Heights.
Shopping montage.
Shopping.
But if one leaves, I'm gonna go tell that little
While
girl she
Grits
can
is
be my
handing out
squire.
money, while Grits is handing out money, I ask him, "Do you have any coin to spare?"
For what?
I was hoping to buy a scope for my rifle.
We can go shop and see what they got.
All right,
To Hawkwind Heights.
to Hawkwind Heights.
All right. You head that direction. And
I stay put.
It's not a Bards and Nobles episode without shopping.
That's true.
I already bought it. Oh, I bought a coat last episode. So.
Yeah, you did.
All right, you head that direction, and this part of the city, the population makeup of different races changes away from what was predominantly human, tiefling, and drow in the Crimson District. Here, you're seeing a lot more lizard folk and nope, I'm sorry. Dragonborn and Tabaxi and just more bestial looking people.
Can I tuck my my white goat?
You can tuck anything you want to.
The white goat head necklace I have, I kind of like tuck that under my scarf where it's not like openly displayed.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my!
You
Yeah.
guys,
You guys.
This podcast is taking
you
a
tuck that
turn.
away.
You love every second of it.
The buildings here are a lot more open, less. I don't know, more.
does it smell like burning cats in this area?
Does not smell like burning cats out here. It's actually a very clean, airy smell. The buildings are spaced wider apart. Not as many alleyways.
Really? This is the nice district.
Yeah, it's a little nicer. The buildings go a little higher, and the main banner that you see hanging around everywhere is it's light gray with the wolf's skull.
Okay.
I ask
the
a
dire.
local, where might one purchase a firearm?
He directs you to a store
Called?
down
Ladders
the
and
road.
chutes.
As you arrive, you see a storefront. It's pretty nice. It looks like there's a range adjacent. It's called Knocked and Loaded.
Interesting. I like that.
And yeah, you just walk in.
Let's go
Nice,
in.
yeah. Let's go in.
Start looking around.
I look
You
around.
see a lot of different implements, different holsters, different bags, lots of ammo for both bows, and it looks like firearms and stuff.
Nice.
I look for items that I might be able to use to modify my cannon. Maybe like a better scope or like a magazine.
You said they have bags. Do they have any bags like Elon has in his chest?
Bags of holding.
No, just normal bags.
satchels and
Yeah.
such.
Yeah.
Such.
Other bags and things like that. They don't have a lot in the way of mods for weapons, I guess.
No scopes.
But you can always talk to somebody if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'd talk to somebody if I wanted to.
All right, you find the shopkeep who looks like he's just tooling away at some work.
Yes, I lay my Amelia on the on the counter and I say, "Good day, sir."
He's like, "Hi, how are you doing?"
Doing all right. Baron von Beauregard, I'm here to see if you have any attachments for a rifle of this sort.
All right. My name is Durbin. And let me see. And he takes a look at it. He's like, "Woo, this is nice. I like this."
Thank you.
Attachments?
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite see where they would attach to. And he looks and he's like, "It looks like this is pretty custom made. I don't know. I don't think I've seen another one quite like it."
Gotcha. You don't have any scopes or anything that might be mounted to it? I mean, I know my out of character. Like I know my weapon pretty well. It can't have attachments.
Oh, it can. But it's not built for attachments. You'd have to add like a rail or something on there. It doesn't have it.
Gotcha.
Stock.
All right. Well, that's what I'm here to ask about.
Yeah. And that's what he tells you.
Yeah. Well, do you? Well, do you? I mean,
he'd have to mod your gun.
Do you not sell any of that?
Yeah, he sells that.
Gotcha.
He'd have to mod it and work on it.
What's the damage?
To get that installed?
I'd like to whisper to Baron, or like think to Baron. It's like, I could probably install that for you.
How much is it for installation and second price just for the parts?
$750.
All right.
Gold.
Yes.
For installation.
For installation.
And it would probably take me 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Now, if I just wanted to buy the parts and do the installation myself.
He says, "Well, I've got this scope right here. I can do you for $250.
Okay, $250. And I asked him if he would be able to accept a check.
What?
He says, "Check what? What do I need to check? I'm looking at it."
Sure. I'm of the House Beauregard, and all you would need is to, and I write out an IOU.
This address.
No, as you're doing that, he points to a sign that says "No IOUs."
Dang.
This one's for the Lamborghini. Hold on to that
one. All right. Was just curious. Well, then I will not be purchasing it today unless y'all have layaway.
Layaway.
I don't know what that is, but we don't have it.
Finance.
And I go up and I just clunk TMC onto the counter. That's just steampunk looking rail cannon.
Right.
You're like, do you have any attachments for this?
He like jumps up and he looks at it. And he starts like fiddling with it, checking all the little ends and odds and movable parts. It's like, I don't think I've seen anything like this before.
It's custom built by myself.
Looks like you built this?
Yes, I did. I'm looking for an upgraded optics or maybe like a magazine system that I might be able to adapt to it.
He just stares blankly at you. He's like, it's going to be above my expertise.
Alrighty. I kind of just look around and I look for just kind of like a scope that might give me some better accuracy or something like that. And
I guess I'm just walking around.
How much is that scope?
You just point out a random one.
Well, I look through and I look for like a scope that I think would kind of like work.
Okay.
With the aesthetics and also kind of like what I would like to do with the rifle, just increase accuracy.
All right. You find one that doesn't look like it's going to be any better than what you already have one on there. But I mean, it looks kind of cool. Looks tactical.
We just look at Brian. It's like, do I find anything that upgrades?
It's an assault scope.
It's a more rare. It's a higher rarity level.
Yeah, but it's marked at 350. He just has the price tag right there. It says
Tree fitty.
And I look at the scope that BreAnne wanted for his rifle, and I say, I'll take that one, good sir.
It says, yeah, sure. 250.
And I give him 250 gold.
I go. I see. I'm like, whoa, 250. That's a little pricey, isn't it?
Are you even with us?
He was in the store.
Oh, okay.
He was like, I'll be with you in a moment, sir.
No. I walk out and was like, Elon. It's like, we're members of the Dawnguard, man. Like I look at the guys like 250 is really pricey for the Dawnguard.
I just look at the seller.
He says, well, I mean, if the Dawnguard can't afford it, I'm sure if you save up, you can come back another day for it.
Come on. Your sponsorship with our name on it, the Dawnguard shops here, is worth a lot more to you. I feel like you could knock 50 gold off that.
Give me a persuasion check.
We got sponsorships now?
Yeah.
20.
Do I have to put a sticker on my gun?
Yes.
It's like a race car.
I don't want this anymore.
It makes it shoot better.
Well, on the one hand, the Dawnguard has always kind of stayed out of Dragon's Maw business, but on the other hand, it means I'd be the only one with Dawnguard backing.
It's my favorite gun store in the Citadel.
It says I can do 230. Final offer.
I'll take that.
Sold.
I'll do that.
He just like hands fast and lightning. He switches the side
it's
of he has the gold pushed across he takes the gold and gives you the scope.
Tell Elon, I'm not sure that's going to fit on your weapon.
It's not for me.
Oh my.
Merry Christmas, BreAnne.
You're gonna have to earn it.
Surprise, it's a scope for my dagger.
All right, so you guys buy anything else?
I slam
It's a
my
scope
anchor
for my little
on the counter. I'm like, you got any scopes for this bad boy?
You guys have ruined this guy's counter.
Yeah, come on, shatters it.
Better what you did to that one guy's counter at the jewel shop.
No, you did that.
You did that. You smashed his.
That was you, Trey.
No.
His boy.
He says, well, let me check in the back.
Cost me a bag of gems.
It's like, nope, I don't have any anchor scopes. Check back though in a few weeks. And, I can order one for you.
Sounds good. I'll be waiting on it. I want this bad boy to reach 120 feet.
So we have a fine selection of chains over here.
All right.
Is there? I asked him if he recommends an armor shop.
He says, I sure do. And then he gives you the information to that one.
And the name
And
of
he
the
writes
shop
it-
is.
He writes it on a piece of paper and he says, and tell him Durbin sent you.
All right.
Oh, Durbin.
I head to that armor shop.
What's the name of that shop? I asked Grits.
Hides and bides.
It says mind over metal.
All right.
What?
Ew, sounds magical.
I head to Mind Over Metal.
All right. So you guys just arm lock and head towards the sun.
Yeah, we skip.
Quick aside.
So wait, the guy sells armor, but he says that the mind is more powerful. I'm confused.
Quick aside. If any of our listeners want to rate our shopping montage, we'd love to know how you think about these.
They love it.
All right.
You know what? On the way to mind over metal, we're just gonna end it right there, guys. We gotta cut it. We gotta cut it.
No more.
What about me? What about me and my pigeons?
No.
We'll find
You
out
have to wait
later.
till next episode.
Tune in next time to find out what do they buy.
All right. We have any messages or anything?
We have so many messages.
Uh-oh.
All the messages.
You didn't even know how many
We have
messages.
so many messages, we probably should have cut this episode shorter.
Probably should have.
Mess of messages.
messages.
I wouldn't.
If you want your message to be read, you guys can go ahead and leave us one on iTunes review. You can message us on Facebook or any of our social medias.
It's true.
There's a contact page on bardsandnoble.com.
There you
That
go.
is also true.
Just send one directly to Aaron's phone via 205.
Don't pretend that you actually know his number.
I don't know
that he's not just Aaron.
All right, what do we got? What do we got?
Recently found y'all's podcast, trying to catch up. Currently listening to an amazing episode 14 where half the party almost dies. And remarkably, there isn't one round of combat. I think we've already read this one, but we're going to keep reading it. The puns, I must say, are wonderful, though the cliffhanger was a little slow.
I think we have read this one.
We have read this one. All right, on to the next one.
Cliffhanger was slow. We already read that one. Next.
We already laughed them.
Your face is slow.
We're doing repeats.
We need more content, guys.
Fifth shopping montage and rereading messages.
Newly obsessed D&D enthusiast with nothing to listen to after Critical Role, so I picked up a random podcast app and searched for more Dungeons & Dragons. Looking for me, I stumbled across Bards Noble and began listening. Immediately, I was more pleased to hear it play out like all of my home games commence, and was surprised at somewhat southern accents. I definitely had a Roll Tide and began to be suspicious this was somewhere near Alabama. I became more suspicious when I heard the mention of Publix and Piggly Wiggly, so it was cool to hear a humorous and relatable D&D podcast out here in the South. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and I'll work my way from season 1 to season 2.
So we're your rebound podcast?
No.
What? I don't even know who Critical Role is. Is that like a new small one or something?
Yeah, I hadn't heard of
Awesome.
that.
Thanks for listening, guys.
I'm so glad that the community is growing.
Where are they from?
Where are they
Just
from?
the South?
I'm so happy
That's
we
what they
can
just
kick
said.
off
So
this
Glad we
trend.
stole you from Critical Role.
Yeah, he said he was from the South. Well, we're from
Rachel's
blah, 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 Alabama.
Alabama.
Don't speak for me.
We're from Birmingham, Alabama.
We're in
Aaron's
Alabama.
from the middle of nowhere.
This is from Kevin. Freaking awesome. My son and I enjoy your show. You guys tend to keep it PG-13.
Oh, no.
Do we?
So let's keep listening.
Child, what the hell do you classify as PG-13?
I'm sorry.
Keep doing it, and we'll keep listening.
If you've made it to this episode, we deeply apologize.
We kept it like PG-12.
And
If it's good enough for that little girl, it's good enough.
Keep reading.
last one. Bards Noble, is there any way to get your info from the Journey of Rosethorn Isle, the one-off side quest? I would love to DM this one as one of my party. I'm sorry if this is an annoying question you get often. This has never happened. I love your podcast. It makes painting my parents' bathroom an adventure as well.
Paying your parents' bathroom? Painting.
He was painting and listening to us. Actually,
Is this, like, was that email a Choose Your Own Adventure? Are we...
no, Rosethorn Isle, I actually DM'd on that and kind of made it up on the fly, but it's something we've never been asked before, but we'll try to get you a module together and send it to you. Thank you for sending that. He also said his favorite character was Trudell. My man.
That's the one you read. Character
Naturally.
That's the one you wrote.
That's the newest.
Yeah, could you send me your super awesome quest that you wrote? Also, you're my favorite character. This is definitely
wrote
not
that
Boyd. Look, we know if they don't say that Kibe is their favorite character, that they're lying. So.
All right, so yeah, we'll try to get something put together for that. But in the meantime, we are giving away a book for the system Shadow of the Demon Lord. Just check that out at shadow.bardsandnobles.com.
Yep.
It's a pretty awesome, high lethal system.
Very lethal.
Not forgiving.
Nope.
But yeah,
Quite the opposite.
If you want to hear us preview it, check out bardsandnobles.com for the special holiday episode.
It's also on that shadow.bardsnoble stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's on
There's a
okay.
link to that.
And there's a link in the description for everybody. And special thanks to our patrons, Tarken Davis. Tarken! And Luke Wood.
Yeah!
Thank you guys for
Thank you
being
guys.
patrons.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
And if you guys would like to join the ranks of Tarken and Luke,
And all of our other patrons.
and all of our other patrons, we've got 11 patrons we're up to now.
We're up to 11. right?
You guys are all amazing. But if you'd like to join their ranks and help us monetarily with upgrades and beer money, and breakfast money sometimes if we record really early, there's a link in the episode description to our Patreon page. Check it out. Check out our rewards. Some pretty neat stuff. And, we'd love to have you guys.
For $5 a month, you can get episodes a week early.
That's true.
There's stickers and T-shirts and all kinds of cool stuff at other reward levels. So check that out.
And you can
I actually want to
listen
buy one of those T-shirts.
to us talk about politics and whatever else we talk about before the podcast.
Yeah,
true.
there is the
Some
pre-show,
B-roll.
level as well.
That's true.
Yeah,
There's some crazy shit
even
that
more
happens
unrated than our regular.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is probably not PG-13.
See what happens when we really cut loose.
Yeah. All right. On that note, thank you guys for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Next time.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros.